Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful day here in St. Augustine, Florida. But I am 5 weeks out, so I wanted to give this update video to you guys. So being 5 weeks out, it's so nice. I'm at a park right now, so I'm like, I'm coming outdoors. I'm gonna get out the house. I'm gonna set you guys up by these picnic tables. I got myself a tripod, which has been awesome since I don't have to have you guys all up in my face. Let's see, I'm gonna set this here. So yeah, I am 5 weeks out, and so I wanted to discuss several different things. Number one, my energy is crazy high. Like, being this close to show, my energy is so like amazing. I feel really good. I feel like I'm looking good. Obviously, you have points in where you get inside your head and you're like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be ready? Am I going to bring the best package? And you know, all that stuff, but you gotta let that slide and just keep going. And yeah, so I have to update. Last time I told you guys I was on a carb cycling, which was high day, moderate day, low day. So I do that consistently throughout the weeks. So I've done that for 2 weeks now, and I love it. Like, even on my low days, I feel energized, I feel good. So I'm not crazy hungry. And that has been a plus because I haven't been really craving a lot of foods. As I told you guys, like, this time I'm so focused on my prep and being better that I just haven't had many times where I'm just like, you know, craving a lot of food. Yes, there is days. There's going to be days. I'm a human being, you know. Everybody is going to crave their favorite foods all this, you know, once in a while, but I haven't been food obsessed. Usually I am on Pinterest. I am, you know, on different things on Instagram, looking up desserts and food and all that stuff. So I've been very focused this time around, and I mean, I just cannot wait to hit the stage, guys. And I'm gonna put my husband in this video too, to ask him how he feels about me competing, so that you guys can hear him out. I know he's super proud of me, and he's my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. Let me go ahead and show you guys my 5 weeks out pictures. I'm just gonna show you pictures because I did not have any time to do a video of my physique. So here's a picture for you guys. So yeah, that's what I look like right now. I feel really good. Like I said, I feel like my body's responding so awesomely. And I was trying to figure out why I have so much energy this time. I think it's really because I was doing fasted cardio on the weekends last prep, and it was killing me. I would have to be at the gym at 2 in the morning because my husband would have to leave for work really early. So in order for me to get fasted cardio, I would have to go super early in the morning. So that was exhausting. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I haven't had fasted cardio yet. We'll see if she adds that in. But yeah. So this week, like, I've been really like focusing on casting my cares on God and not being anxious. And I just had this conversation. Hold on, looking Bible verse. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about anxiousness, and I was dealing with anxiety and stuff like that. That is something that I've dealt with, and it's because as a mom, as a wife, I think we put so much responsibility on ourselves, and we have to think about all the things that we have to do in that day. And then when everything else is thrown into that mix, we can feel overwhelmed. So before I get into it, it says, Philippians 4:6, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. So in the everyday, you just have to give it to God, you know, and no matter how we think we can handle it ourselves, we cannot handle it ourselves. We have to give it to Him. We have to be like, God, I'm dealing with this right now, and I just want to give this to you because you can take away this anxiousness that I'm feeling. You can take away this worriness that I'm feeling. You can take away that and just give me peace of mind. But it takes us to speak it out instead of holding it inside, because sometimes we just want to deal with it on the inside, and that just makes everything worse. And I'm learning to talk about it. And I had to call my husband this morning and cry. So it is okay. You have to speak it out, because if you don't, it's going to eat you alive, literally. It's going to eat you alive. So I wanted to talk about that. And it's so funny because my pastor spoke on this Wednesday night about mental illnesses and people dealing with depression and people dealing with anxiety, when really we just need to read God's word and be engrafted into his word. And that is the medicine that we need. I'm not saying that people don't need medicine that are chemically imbalanced and things like that. That obviously, yes, get some help, seek help. But if you don't have any chemical imbalances or anything like that, but you're just dealing with the everyday life of being overwhelmed and anxious, then, my God, get in his word. And just like his word says, do not be anxious. Do not be anxious for nothing. So God knows it's going to come on us. He knows that we're going to be overwhelmed sometimes, but that's when we can just give it to him and let his peace that surpasses all understanding surround us, you know. And it's like his peace is so amazing. Like, you would think in the hardest of times, like, why do I feel peace? It's because his peace that surpasses all understanding. We can't understand it. We just know when we experience it that it's God's peace. Like, I can't explain it into words, but he does give us peace, you know. Anyways, so I just want to leave you guys with that encouragement. He's a healer, you know. He's awesome. He loves you. And if you are feeling anxious or depressed or whatever, find out who you are in him and being grafted into his word, because it is changing, life-changing. So if you are new to this channel, like this video, subscribe, join the family, and turn that bell on. And once you do all three of those things, comment when done, so you can have a shout out in my next video. I still need to shout out Cynthia. I shouted out you before, but I don't know if you saw it or not. But Cynthia, I love you, girl. She's one of my biggest supporters, and always supported me even before I started YouTube. So thank you, girl. I love you. You're awesome. And that is what it's about, guys. We have to support each other. We have to be there for each other. It's not a competition. Be uplifting, you know, be uplifting. All right, pulling up to the gym. All right, so I just got to the gym. I'm gonna go ahead and do my HIIT workout today. And that's all I have, guys, today is my HIIT. I don't have any cardio to do. So I'm gonna go in and just kill my HIIT workout and call it a day. I wish I could take you with me, but this gym does not let you film. I go to Bailey's, it's a commercial gym. A lot of commercial gyms have so many rules and you can't film in there. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that workout. I'm gonna go ahead and sweat it out. All right, I'll see you guys after my workout. Okay. All right, guys, so we're going to talk to you a little bit about what my husband thinks about me competing, because it's very important when you're doing a sport like this that your spouse definitely supports you, because there's a lot of people that I know, not personally, but that I've heard about, where their significant other doesn't necessarily agree with their person competing or doing bodybuilding because it's a strain on their relationship or whatever. But so I wanted to my husband explain to you guys how he feels about it.
I'm supportive of the sport wholeheartedly. We've done three shows,
Yep.
And I've learned a lot through the prep for all three that's leading up to what are you laughing about?
So the strong person to deal with someone on prep.
It does take a strong person to deal with prep because it's a lot. But I've also learned a lot through the process of prep, and even leading up to the show. So I definitely support her 100% on it. She definitely have learned a lot from it. You can see the passion that she has for the sport, and honestly, she has a gift for it. So yeah, support her 100%.
So when you're on prep, I feel like your other person, significant other person. That's how you say that's how you say it. When you're on prep,
Significant other.
Yeah, your significant other is also on prep too, because they have to deal with all of your
I mean,
stuff.
I'm not on prep, but
I'm just
I'm
saying.
prepping for the battle
Yeah.
for sure. I definitely, try to watch what I bring in the house as far as junk food or anything that could be a hindrance because
I will say, okay, so this is my 4th prep. So it's just, it is crazy. That's crazy? Yeah. This is my 4th prep. So I think he's learned by now to not bring in the house food that I just love, because I remember he brought home Chipotle one day.
Was that Chipotle or Chick-fil-A?
It was Chipotle. He's like, "Don't worry about dinner, babe. I got dinner covered." I was like, "Okay." Like thinking, great, he's just gonna bring home food from his job, because sometimes they have like parties and stuff like that. So he'd bring like food that people made. No, he comes in the door with Chipotle, and I had been craving Chipotle so bad that at that time that I got so mad. I ran upstairs and started crying. It was that bad.
Yeah.
But now, one, he's learned that you just don't do that. And if he is going to do that, he takes the girls by himself and goes and has whatever they want to eat.
Yeah, I've found ways to, work around her prep and, just be in a balance.
Right. And I also learned that it is about balance. Even with me being on prep, doesn't mean that necessarily they need to feel that sense of non-enjoyment of the foods that they like.
Yeah.
So I had made a lot of like sacrifices. I, let them cook pizza, which is like y'all know my favorite food is pizza and tacos. So I let them buy pizza and they cooked it, and like
pizza was actually really good.
Yeah, it was at Aldi.
Yes.
So there is things that we've learned as a couple. Now that this is my 4th prep, it's been my easiest prep by far, because now I know the grind and I know what it takes, and I know the sacrifices you have to make, the food sacrifices you have to make to get on stage. So me mentally, I've already been through this several times already, so I feel much stronger. Yes, obviously I have my cravings still, but just like I told you guys, I have not really been food focused at all. And you can ask him, like I would be like researching this recipe and that recipe, telling him I want this, that, and the other. Like, I'm just so hungry. Like, so it's been very easy this time around, like really easy. Like I feel like I just told my coach today, I feel like I can go another several weeks and be fine.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
So I'm just learning balance too, because I don't want to be like, no, you can't eat that because I can't, because that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like today I bought cupcakes for the girls to make. So it's just like you got to give and take.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and if I have a craving, for like a piece of candy or whatever, I know now to eat it and dispose of the wrapper before.
Even though sometimes I find.
Yeah, before she sees it.
Yeah.
So, I have my ways. So, and I think it does help that she's on prep, can kind of minimize the amount of junk food we bring in the house. I mean,
that is true.
Junk food is good every once in a while. You crave it. Everybody does, but I mean, you really don't want to eat that a lot. You don't want to create bad habits for the kids and things like that. So I actually would rather her be on prep at least once a year to kind of put us back where we
Well,
need to
yeah,
be.
but even
So
when I'm
just-
not on prep, we still don't keep that much
yeah,
junk
we
in
don't
the
keep
house.
that much junk in the house
Because
it's just,
I still
it's there.
I
So-
still eat somewhat healthy. Not somewhat healthy. I am still on a like macro diet when I'm off in my off season.
Yeah, your off season, your coach is still telling you.
Yeah.
How to
So I am very much like I still keep a very good balance in my even in my off season. All right. So to your guys' questions, number 1, being a fitness model, you must get people hitting on you all the time. How does he feel about that? And I'm not a fitness model. I wish I was a fitness model, but
Well, didn't someone call you a fitness model?
yeah.
Yes.
And a celebrity. I'm a celebrity and a fitness model. I wish.
I don't know. Real good question, because it does happen a lot. Usually when I'm either at work or just not around at all. If I'm around,
yeah, if they see you, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't mess with her."
If I am around and it happens, I don't know what will happen. But how do I feel about it? Honestly, there's nothing I could do at this point. She's old enough to take care of herself in that aspect. If someone tries to challenge her and, be a little bit more, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Just
like going over the line?
Too much of a harassment problem, then I'll definitely deal with it. I've dealt with that in the past. So
he has.
I don't have an issue with confrontation. So yeah, I'll deal with it in a heartbeat. But
good answer.
That's pretty much where we're at with that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Patricia would like to know, how does it feel when Vanessa is hangry? Laugh out loud. Really tell us about it.
Yeah.
I get angry. Not a lot this prep though.
Not a lot this prep, but in the past, yeah, that does cause a strain. Yeah. If she was a dude, I'd probably fight her. But it does get. I don't know.
I gotten better.
It gets bad sometimes. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not talking to you right now. So, but I guess it's just one of those things where over time you have to get used to certain, I guess, attitudes that arise based off prep. Because low carb days, she tells me when she has a low carb day, and I just prepare myself. All right, I'm not going to be annoying on purpose like I do sometimes, or I'm like, okay, when she does get short, I get it. I'm not going to sit here and question her over and over about it, knowing that it has something to do with the amount of calories and carbs she's intaking. So
or not intaking.
Yeah, not, yeah, if you will. So I've adjusted, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy sometimes. Especially in the past, it was definitely not easy to deal with.
And I didn't know how to deal with it.
But it's definitely a lot more, I guess, manageable now with this prep. This prep's been very, very.
My low days, like today's a low day.
Yeah, you just.
And I'm like,
I'm
chilling.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Thank God. Thank you, Coach.
So, but yeah, it's just one of those things where over time everything else gets better because you learn to adjust, deal with.
For sure.
I learned to prep myself for certain circumstances, So it's just it's not a big deal.
All right, last question is from Audrey. Do you ever have the desire to compete with her, and do you ever feel like she could beat you up?
I don't have the desire to compete.
He does not.
It's not for me. It's definitely her passion to do that. I like going to the gym, just not as much as she does. I do like working out, but competing is a different, I guess, level of determination. And not to say that I don't have determination or willpower to do it. It's just not my calling to do that. I don't have any interest to compete whatsoever. That's her field. It's her lane. I let her stay in it. I let her roll with it. As far as her beating me up, she's gotten stronger.
Yes.
I've noticed, but I am the alpha male. So yes.
Which honestly, if I could beat him up, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's the point of being with me if she could beat me
I'm
up?
like, if I could beat my own husband up,
We got a problem.
we have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be more masculine than my husband. Like, that's just weird. And then I won't feel protected. I'll be protecting him.
I'm telling you.
And that's not cool.
If the day ever comes to where she's noticeably stronger than I am, I will be in the gym 7 days a week. It's not going to happen. Just never.
Yeah.
So.
But, all right, babe. Thanks for doing this video with me. I hope we answered y'all's questions. Even if you have any other questions, go ahead and comment below. I like to do these type of videos. And like this video if you enjoyed it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Go check out my 5-week leg workout with Brandon. It was brutal. And I will be back for my 4 weeks out. Only a month left. I cannot believe it. But we're going in. I am not letting the foot off the gas. I am like full throttle like a Mustang. That was cringe. Oh, Lord.
Jeez. Hair everywhere.
Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Bye.